What's going on there, guys? We're back with another one. We got to talk about Shannon Sharpe calling out Jay Norvell today. And this is a point that I didn't necessarily cover regarding this topic. But we saw Travis Hunter get hurt. We saw Shador targeted late in the game. And Shannon brought up an interesting point about that dirty play today. And we all know it. We've seen certain coaches have hit men they'll put on the field, on the basketball court, or any sport, to take a player out. And Shannon said it's one of two things, man. Either you condone this or you coach it. You can't have one without the other when it's repeat offenses. You have to bear some of the culpability and responsibility when these actions continue. And they should have had several ejections, even late in the game when it wasn't called for. Like one of those penalties actually probably lost them the game. I think it was Kamara when he targeted Shador. It was totally unnecessary. The ball had left his hands, much like when the ball had landed on the ground and the man still tackled Travis Hunter. He had his team fired up to play, but he didn't have them emotionally able to hold it in the road. They couldn't balance the two, if that makes sense. But let's check out what Shannon had to say.
No, I'm encouraged they found a way to win. Down by 11 points in the fourth quarter. Look, this is a rivalry game. Jay Norvell had his team ready to play. He said what he said for a reason. That was to get his guys because he knew it was going to get back to Coach Prime and his team, and they would be ready to go. I thought both coaches should have got a grasp on this thing a lot sooner because it started to spiral out of control. You had 17 penalties for Colorado State, 182 yards, and it ended up costing the game. And this is what I tell people all the time. Either you coach it or you condone it. Either you coach that type of play or you condone that type of play. And it's telling me that he condoned that late hit on Travis Hunter.
That's right.
It
was a late hit.
He should have been out. And then Kamara got ejected because he late hit Shador, wrapped him up, didn't give him an opportunity to protect himself when he took him to the ground.
Ironically enough, it was Jay Norvell that felt he got the short end of the stick with the officiating. Check it out.
From the very first snap, obviously we had too many penalties. I can't even speak about it. It's so ridiculous. And it's a real shame because a lot of those penalties took away a lot of great efforts from our kids. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Never seen such a lopsided game penalty-wise. But give Colorado credit. They're a very good football team. It's something that we're disappointed about for sure.
Well, and we also have an update straight from Coach Prime about Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter is expected to be out for 3 weeks. And, that's going to be devastating, man, because this stretch of the season is where we were looking most forward to Travis Hunter competing in, along with Deion Sanders and others. Got Caleb Williams and Travis Hunter, that dynamic of that matchup, where Travis Hunter typically tries to shut down one side of the field, Caleb Williams being an all-world quarterback. We wanted to see that. Also against Oregon. So this dirty play is very unfortunate and has robbed the team, first and foremost, Coach Prime and his guys, and the fans, that have tuned into Colorado each week, has robbed fans of an opportunity to see these matchups, and also has really put a damper in Travis Hunter Heisman hopes. You know what I'm saying? So it's very unfair, and there's no place in the game for it. And what I will say is, you're right. You either coach it or condone it. There's no way around the two of them. Now, it could be one or the other. It don't have to be both, but it has to be one when things keep happening like that. And you could tell the team from the onset had an edge to them, but they were overly aggressive. Now, Prime and the guy said it's personal, but these guys emotionally let it get personal, and you can't do that in between the lines. It can be personal as far as who's trying to win the game and what you willing to do to win the game, but you can't cross the line of penalties. So Jay Norvell really has no gripe here with the way that his team played. They played a penalty-laden game. As a result, you neutralized, or I ain't even want to say neutralized, you canceled out some of your own good play by even worse mistakes or miscues or whatever you want to call them. The guys play really hard. The two things can be true, right? The guys played really hard, had a game plan. You fired them up. You pushed all the right buttons. But I think you pushed the little red button that you should never push. So these guys, their emotions just went wild. Kamara, to remove himself from the game that late, like those are just bonehead plays and clear penalties. They're not even debatable. It's not like it was home cooking or anything. These are non-debatable penalties. And they allowed themselves to get so trapped in their emotions that the football game and what's best for the team became secondary. We watched it throughout the game, man. I said that earlier in the game. Even when they was down 28-17, I said, well, they getting a little too conservative. And Colorado State also is still in their emotions. What are they doing? Why are they committing all these penalties still? It was like the game was just there for the taking. And Shador went special mode right there at the end. So, hey, you can't really argue against the results. And so Shannon is completely right. You know, Shannon's seen a lot of football in his life. There's no way that he wasn't in on this and he didn't push these buttons leading into the game. Now, Coach Prime has spoke glowingly of him, but, man, I hate to see Travis Hunter gone for this amount of games because that's at least 3 weeks. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough, man. I want to see these guys. Colorado, I'd like to see them get one or at least one of the next 2 games. You know, these going to be some tough games, so ain't no give-me's here. But I'd love to see them at least get one of the next 2. Because I know all the recruits are going to be on campus for that USC game. Any recruit that can get there that day will be there that day. And so that atmosphere is going to be electric. The Oregon game is going to have an electric atmosphere on the road. So let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments, though. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.